Uthlakanyana and the Clever Child. Welcome to another tale from our series, African Myths and Faith, Stories for Kids and Adults. Today, we journey to the rich lands of southern Africa, among the Xhosa people, where the stories of tricksters and wisdom have been passed down for generations. Our story takes place long ago, in a time when the world was young and the lines between humans and animals often blurred in the telling of lessons. Now let me introduce you to the two key characters in this story. First, there is Uthlakanyana, a small but mighty trickster often called the Hare. In Xhosa folklore, Uthlakanyana is known for his cleverness, quick wit, and sometimes mischievous ways. He's that character who might steal your food, outsmart your friends, or lead you into a confusing situation, but he's never mean without reason. His stories teach us about cleverness, but also about the consequences of trickery. Then there's the Clever Child, a young boy named Tabo. Tabo lives in a small village not far from the forest where Uthlakanyana roams. Tabo is kind-hearted, curious, and wise beyond his years. Unlike others who might get angry or scared when tricked, Tabo believes in using kindness and his mind to find solutions. This story is about how Tabo outwits the trickster, showing us that kindness paired with intelligence can set clear boundaries and solve problems peacefully. The story begins on a bright morning when the village is preparing for the harvest festival. People are busy cooking, singing, and sharing stories. Uthlakanyana, always looking for fun, he decides to play a trick on the villagers. He sneaks into the storage where the food is kept and hides the baskets of maize, knowing this will cause confusion and maybe a little panic. When the villagers discover the missing maize, they are upset. Without it, the festival cannot happen as planned. Tabo, seeing the distress around him, decides to find out what is going on. He suspects Uthlakanyana, but instead of chasing him away or scolding him, Tabo thinks of a way to solve the problem without anger. Tabo finds Uthlakanyana sitting by the river, looking pleased with himself. The boy approaches calmly and says, "Uthlakanyana, I know you took the maize baskets. I want to make a deal with you. If you return the food, I will give you a riddle. If you can solve it, you can keep one basket for yourself." The trickster's ears perk up. He loves riddles and challenges, especially when there's a reward. Tabo smiles and asks the riddle. "I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I?" Uthlakanyana thinks hard. He scratches his head, hops around, and even whispers the answer to himself. After a moment, he replies, "An echo." Tabo nods, pleased. "You are clever indeed. Now keep one basket for yourself, but please return the rest so all can celebrate." Uthlakanyana, impressed by the boy's kindness and wit, agrees. He returns the maize baskets to the village. The harvest festival goes on, filled with laughter and dancing. This story teaches us a few important things. First, it shows that wit, being smart, is powerful, but when it's combined with kindness, it can solve conflicts without harm. Tabo didn't meet trickery with anger or punishment. He set a clear boundary by making a fair deal, respecting both himself and Uthlakanyana. Second, the riddle itself is a gentle way to challenge and engage someone without causing offense. It invites cooperation and respect, turning a potentially bad situation into a positive one. In real life, when we face someone who tries to take advantage or cause trouble, we can learn from Tabo. Instead of reacting with anger or fear, we can use kindness and cleverness to set boundaries and find solutions. For example, if a friend keeps borrowing your things without asking, you might say, "I'd love to share, but let's make a plan so we both feel comfortable." Sometimes a thoughtful question or a gentle challenge can clear up misunderstandings. So next time you face a tricky situation, remember the story of Uthlakanyana and the Clever Child Tabo. Wit with kindness is a combination that can help us all live together in peace and respect. Thanks for listening to African Myths and Faith. Stay curious, stay kind, and we'll see you next time for another story from the heart of Africa.